wonder how Halfdan fares, now that he sits on the throne. Moira may know where Halfdan is. Moira, is something wrong?
Weep for Northumbria.
Is it Halfdan? Has he gotten worse?
His heart is broken. He's a mere shadow of himself. With Faravid lost and his brothers away, he wallows in paranoia and sadness.
I could speak with him. Where is he now?
Wandering the fields of Pittaringa with his beloved Beonton.
I'll find him. Thank you, Moira.
Pittaringa is in the east. Just follow the road to Scarborough.
저렇게 될 줄 알았어, 근데. 이렇게 됐을 경우에
No glory, no hope. Nothing but snows.
Stand up, Halfdan. I'm taking you back to Jorvik. Up, my lord. You're a king. You're not allowed to sulk. Men bled and died to sit you on that throne. So go, sit.
My brother, Ivar. Did he die well?
He died fighting.
You slew my brother and never said a word. You kept this from me.
It was no secret. Appa knew. Did he not?
Leave me.
I will not. I've come to see you safely home. Now get up.
I mislaid my hammer. I think Beonton ran off with it, but I'm not well, Eivor.
I'll find your hammer, and then you'll come with me.
I was on my way to Scarborough. If you find my hammer, bring it to me there.
멘탈 다 깨졌네. 멘탈 다 깨졌어.
There's Beonton, guarding the hammer. Half-drunk needs his hammer. The lighthouse. Halfdan awaits. This hammer is not meant to be thrown, Halfdan. Remember that next time.
My father, Ragnar, he gifted this to me. Took it off a Finnish chief. Still warm with blood when he handed it to me. I had 14 winters.
Ragnar Lothbrok was a great king.
A Finnish arrow killed my mother. A shield maiden she was. As fierce as a wolf swallowing the sun. My father swore to kill the men who took her from us. And he did. 14 against 1. But that was years ago in the east. And this is the west, where my father lies dead. A pile of bones in a pit of snakes.
And here we are, still telling stories of his life and deeds.
How did my brother die?
With his hand on his axe, awaiting the maidens of the battle slain.
Now he drinks at our father's side, awaiting the war at the end of days. Beonton, my boy! Come here, boy!
A dog always forgives, but he needs you home. All of Northumbria does.
Do a last thing for me. Light the beacon for all to see, and let it burn.
thank you for treating Hytham with respect and kindness, Eivor. He has found a family among your clan.
He is more than welcome here, as are you. I want to see the Alliance map.
Winchester.
Hytham received a message from Winchester, from someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Your hidden ally. Very interesting. More targets, I assume.
Yes. So what do you think? Could it be a trap?
As a West Saxon stronghold, Winchester will be a rather unwelcome place for you. But that is nothing you cannot handle. If you go, do not go boldly.
I will make my way to Winchester. The letter asked me to meet a man in white at a house of God, and then recite this phrase. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly cometh wisdom.
A passage from their holy book, I believe. Interesting. Go with care.
Winchester.
The seat of King Alfred's power, where hawk shit stains my boot. I will find the man in white in their god's house.
Jump, little flea.
What is that boy doing?
종교의 도시만큼 교회가 되게 많군요.
This must be the house of their timid god. They built him a rich dwelling.
아, 이런 교회는 들어가는 데가 너무 빡세.
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house. In search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It is you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do, but I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
If I must dance to your tune, tell me where to step.
In books one may find such wisdom. We had many in England, before the Danes burned our churches. A few yet remain nearby. Or perhaps a more pious soul in need of charity will reward you with a lesson.
I have nothing for you now, but I will return.
Even the mighty fall, and God's servant, the Bishop Aelfirth, was mighty indeed in defense of his God. He was a man of surpassing vigor.
Bathed in the river, so a gentle wash brings them closer to their God.
Meek as a lamb, God called men.
He rose from the dead? A nice trick, and not easily done. Their god brings them light, just as Baldur does. Light as bright as the summer sun.
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River, he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. Well spoken.
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide, for I am not the one who summoned you. If you follow, I will lead you to him.
I solved your riddle. Now all I get is silence. Who am I to meet?
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush! Your prattling offends God's ears. We're here.
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
I learned that my gods and yours inspire tales of equal amusement. They make me howl with laughter.
A dull answer, but a battle-blunted axe may yet be sharpened.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. 3 men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the west gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come.
자기 형을 납치한 풀케를 데리고 있는 상관이었죠. 약간 얼굴이
I need to find this reeve, Goodwin. I see you, little mice.
The quill has...
Give me Alfred's jewel, I will...
Goodwin gone, and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? Someone disagrees with Alfred, educating the people of Winchester.
Is this what you want? Filthy swindler! Here's the last thing.
Papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence. Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison. The prisoners might know something.
Felling trees, chiseling rock from the earth, and for what? They're no steel apple.
Would you not steal to child?
I'm looking for the reeve.
Selwyn? That bastard said I stole an apple. He'll see me hang for it.
Not Selwyn. Reeve Goodwin was arrested not long ago.
Alfred's man? Arrested? Now that's as funny as a dose of the pox. Seems no one is free in Winchester.
Thick walls and thicker guards. A place to keep a valuable man.
Time to die! With me, brother!
Winchester. You're either extremely bold or fatally stupid. A Dane in Winchester? These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, and you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I will find your research. Now go before they find their wolf has fled his cage. Let's regroup beyond the walls! Goodwin's research against the Order of Ancients.
I am grateful for your help.
It is a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favorite reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but deviled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor, of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does not rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our 3 heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
Alfred believes at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the 6th.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
I found this nailed on a door. The quill wields words like a knife.
A disputation of tutelage. Pretty chatter with poisoned intent. I will look into this more.
The gallows. What do you know of him?
Must be another reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice, and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
The gallows had you arrested, so he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn. Of course. That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy
무슨 말을
on your
못하게 하는구만.
cankerous soul.
쓰레기네. 아우.
Why does Alfred not do something? Selwyn's bloodlust will doom us all.
The traps. You cannot steal and be welcome at our hearts.
Get round the side. There's no longer freedom in Winchester.
Look safe from his blade.
Hey, wait!
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Aelfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree. I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
어서 와요.
A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
And here is the axe I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow?
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
I did only what I agreed to, Alfred. If your crown now weighs heavy, I would gladly take it from you.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion.
아니 지가 시켜놓고서는 마을 쑥대밭으로 만들었다고 지랄.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Eivor? Yours and
거지
ours.
같은. 안 그래도 별로 안 좋아하는 놈인데.
The decay of learning has been gentle in Wessex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The quill preys on this lapse.
Did you discover more from the writings I found?
I did. The quill is calling the children of Winchester to arms. Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets. Feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad
그래서 뒤에서
Selwyn,
움직이면
I saw you punish him in the square.
You heard many.
배신당하면 끝이라니까.
Yes. He hurt my mother to death. Then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
Such a sad story. Take this. Perhaps it will keep you off the streets and out of trouble.
For me? Oh, thank you.
돈이 최고지.
Spry, little mouse. Will you lead me to your quill?
돈이 최고지. 아유, 돈 하나로 다 해결되지. 아유, 돈 주면 다 됩니다. 자, 그럼 이제 애를 따라가면 되는 거야? 아, 애 졸라 빨라.
Stop struggling and give back that apple.
Apple? I didn't scrum on nothing. Get your hands off me, cowbread.
Cowbread?
Godspeed! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
Oh, God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
말벌이나 똥이나 치우겠단다. 역시 애들은 그냥 일하는 게 낫지 애들 보는 게 더 힘들어. 아직 방송 시간 안 됐어요. 그냥 방송 키고 싶어서 킨 거예요.
Like a young king Alfred. He'll crack his head like a fresh
애들 괴롭히지 마라. 왜 자꾸 괴롭히는 애들.
Come on, Ethelbert. It's yours for the taking.
짜잔.
You again? You should mind your own beeswax.
이런 싸가지.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotna.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this, things just go whoosh. Well? Oi! Wigbert! You great moon calf.
애가 너무 늙어 보여.
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it. What you looking at?
How about I pay you to scuttle off to the tavern and drink yourself senseless?
Deal. Better than running round after you, grubby urchins.
모든 평화는 돈에서 이루어진다.
That showed them.
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
What is so important that you would risk his little neck for it?
Keep your sticky beak out of our
아이
business.
싸가지 진짜. 너 구해줬잖아 임마.
Us? Working for the quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
They were the quill's ninny pops. Smart stuff to throw coin at them. They'll be too swift to bother you now.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give him what you took. Maybe he can save us.
어허.
Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that.
아이고 얼굴 생긴 거 봐라. 약간 좀 족제비처럼 생겼네. 자, 기페나 너 잡으러 간다 이제.
I should watch out for a mousetrap.
I'm going to marry King Alfred, and he's going to whisk me away from all this toil.
알프레드 왕이랑 결혼할
Everyone
거.
died and left me alone on the streets.
그러면 고생을 안 할 것 같다고? 무슨 더러운 생각이냐 애들이 벌써. 암살! 아!
You will not!
암살! 아하, 이 자스가 이게 암살이다. 지봐라.
That's her! Dimwit Dane, didn't guess the quill's a she.
Now, Elwyn. You have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on
꼬맹이
innocence.
싸가지 없을
You
때부터
brag
알아봤다.
about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
Oh, shit!
Dead!
아이고 아파라 이 새끼야. 아이고 아파라 아이고 아파라 아이고 아파라 아프다. 뒤질래 진짜?
Battery time!
저 할매가 미쳤나 진짜. 내려와 임마. 아씨. 뭐라고 하는지 보자.
Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
아니 애들한테 뭘 가르치는 거야?
Coward. Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman.
이래서 어린이집을 잘 골라야 된다고.
What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her heart? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you cannot. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it? Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
Goodwin said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
얘들 전체적으로 자기들이 뭘 잘못했는지 전혀 모르네.
Eivor!
어디 보고 에이보르라고 하는 거니?
Is this where Justice hides when she is tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I've been called worse.
Be thou hail, Ealdorbanna. That's Life Destroyer in our dialect.
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
첩자 역할을 해주겠다는 얘긴가? 약간 지금 그렇게 느껴지는데.
I could use someone like you in my settlement, with ink on his fingers and a sense of honor.
I would love to devote myself to the study and practice of the law. There is a weariness in war I wish I could shake off.
Impossible. Even in death, our battles will rage on. It is the way of things.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Are you sure the Sikhs is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Sikhs is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I do not believe it. Too much theatre in Winchester. Overwrought prayers and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger.
둘은 내가 죽여서 정확하게 죽은지는 알겠는데 지금 얘가 말하는 게 제가 당금인 것 같아. 원래 저런 애들은 가까이 두는 게 아니거든.
If the bishop is worm meal, then here should be the proof.
Lord grant my brother Aelfir eternal. Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
Leave me.
I will leave you in peace, then.
Lord grant my brother Aelfir eternal bliss, where joy endures for all those beloved of God.
Only his face was burnt. That seems like a strange accident. And this corpse's build is slight, frail. Goodwin said Aelfirth was a brute.
고딘이 아니구나.
Did you know Bishop Aelfirth?
Barely. But can you still smell the burned...
A stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping, singing to them, so they are not frightened before they meet God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Aelfirth?
Have you seen Layoff? My poor friend. Poor Layoff.
Layoff? What happened to him?
Sleeping. Sleeping like my dog when I hugged him too hard.
약간 모자라 보이죠?
Yes. And while he slept, they stole his face.
Not just stolen, but burned. Threadbare clothes. Did they belong to Wemberstrand? This funeral is a shadow play. The Order killed an innocent, burned his face so no one could tell, and interred him in Aelfirth's place. His sister knows more than she lets on.
What now?
A pretty show you have laid on here. But I know the truth.
You would dare speak to me? When my poor brother Aelfirth lies cold in his shroud.
Your brother is the Sikhs, and no more dead than I am.
Heresy. My brother was the Bishop of Winchester.
When Goodwin got too close to the truth about your brother's place in the Order, you buried him. Or rather, you buried another in his place. The poor gravedigger's friend. Burning his face so no one would know.
How did you... No, I...
완전 협박인데 말하라 주님 곁으로 보내주지.
Your brother is not in that crypt. Tell me where he is before more lives are lost.
I will not tell you anymore. Guards!
아이씨.
All right. Have your way. It won't do you any good. Guards! Protect me!
Here! Cost you! To hell with you!
자.
Why will you not leave me alone?
Enough of this cat and mouse. Where's your brother, the one they call the Sikhs?
He is a ghost now. But he will make himself flesh once more at the Witten.
광고는
And
봐줘요.
Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Alfred.
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfirth will lead us all. Risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
You are the damn fool. 저기 있다. 찾았다. 가차. 덤벼라. 아프다.
Why do you defend this tarnished crown? Enough, you scheming cur!
헤헤. 자.
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was once
얘만
Christians
죽이면
in the
되는
northern
거였거든요.
wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came. And God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's God was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's God is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk. A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane.
뭐야?
A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
얘는 결사단이지만 좀 멋있다. 자기의 신념을 위해서 활동하는 자이긴 한데
Aelfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king, we'll go by back streets to the Old Minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.
아니 저 왕이 관상이 더 안 좋다니까. 관상은 과학인데.
Aelfirth, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
어차피 왕에 대한 신뢰도는 없었을 거고 종교적으로 얘기합시다. 그게 맞을 것 같아.
He was not a Christian. He abhorred your God.
But why strike him down? Have you no compassion for good men?
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another.
노가리? 어떤 노가리?
Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness, but this damned order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the bishop's house. You may find answers there.
아예 일러 받쳐줬어. 그러니까 저 동생은 이상한 종교에 빠져서 오빠가 죽었으니 그 종교를 없애달라고 아예 다 풀어줬네. 이러면 좀 편하지. 다 오빠가 잘못한 거야. 이단이라고는 하지만 믿는 사람한테는 이단이 아니죠. 저렇게 빨간색 나쁜 놈들이 있다는 건. Gotcha.
If Aelfir's sister spoke true, I will find answers in the ruins. This must be it. The door to Aelfir's secrets. I will send this to Hytham. He may make some sense of it.
대행자가 누군지를 알아야 되네. 외부 선동가가 잉글랜드 들어오지 못하도록 해라.
Everything they did was to undermine Alfred. She lied to me. There's nothing here of the Order. I should see Alfred for my reward.
근데 알프레드도 몰랐던 것 같은데. 일단 말을 좀 해보면 알겠죠. 그래, 얼굴이 그 알프레드 관상 자체가 얍삽이 관상이라니까. 그 선한 왕의 관상이 아니여. 관상은 과학이지. 자, 뭐라고 얘기할까?
Come forth, Eivor.
Here is far enough.
When wrongdoers came to devour my flesh, these enemies stumbled and fell.
Have the laws of hospitality been thrown out, Alfred? I did exactly as we agreed.
That you did. But do not mistake necessity for friendship.
You are a man of your word, a man of God.
Indeed. By his example, I live my life. Goodwin?
Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder of Christ's sacrifice and our charity.
This too I offer you. Live here among us in peace as a Christian, or die a pagan in a blood-soaked field.
약속을 지키긴 지켰네.
All you have to lose
신기하네.
is life everlasting.
And if I choose neither?
He offers you hope, Eivor. A life of purpose, above and beyond this one. You'd be a fool to refuse.
Your reign will end, King of the West Saxons. Raven wings will beat until your throne crumbles to dust.
You were wrong, Goodwin. This one is beyond saving.
문 닫으러 가나? 아, 역시 쓰레기네.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it.
아직 시간이 안 됐어. 보이는 라디오는 10시부터예요.
Damn you, Alfred.
그래, 제가 단검이 맞는 것 같아. 그 쓰레기 같은. 아이, 게임 스토리에 맞게끔 도망쳐야죠. 도망치라는데. 아, 기독교랑 붙여놓을 수밖에 없었어요. 원래 여기가 영국이라서 그래요. 잉글랜드. 노르웨이에서 얘네들이 따로 나와가지고 나라를 건국하겠다고 나와서 온 게 잉글랜드로 온 거예요. 근데 건국하겠다고 와가지고 잉글랜드 인구를 학살하고 댕겨서 약간 좀 별로 안 좋아하죠. 잉글랜드 애들이 섹슨족들이 별로 안 좋아해요.
Greetings.
The order in Winchester has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Alfred himself. The order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Alfred. The line between friend and enemy is a porous one.
동맹국으로 가지는 못했어, 사실.